and welcome back to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 2. Last time, we made it a little past the halfway point in the corrupted EGG. This time, we're going to make it to the end, and this is probably going to be a longer than usual video, as there is a boss fight awaiting us, and lots of cutscenes, so we got a bit to get through today. Now, off-screen, I took care of some business. As I said before, I wanted to finish off the Jack Frost side quest, which I did, and got that video uploaded. For our efforts, we first get this certificate. This is basically a glorified sequence trigger to unlock something later. The more interesting reward we got from that is that we got a data set. A set containing every single type of data in the game. Not great, but it's decent. I'm going to apply these datas to Sarah. I'm going to hang on to our power datas, and for the time being, I'm also going to hang on to our magic datas. The reason for why I'm doing that will become apparent later. Also, we got some HP and MP datas. I'm not going to use these because I realized it'd probably be smarter to save those for later, for reasons. In addition, I got Sarah set up on item find, and also, while I was at it, I decided to have her master the priestess mantra, and then the mantra that would allow her to learn consume. That is the next level of hunt skill, but also, in addition to that, it teaches AP divide. Not going to put this on right now since we don't need it, but it will come in handy in the very near future. As you can see, I've also set Zeodyne and Jupiter's Fury. Those skills are so strong, combined with the Elec Amp I have set on her, that will just basically take care of any encounter we could potentially get into, so long as they are not resistant to Ice or Elec. And as you can see, I've got her on Ice Master. I just want to get the name off the mantra that I mastered, so going this way, and through Priestess, we took out Holy Beast. We probably will want to get that mastered on everyone just for the sake of having Consume and maybe AP Divide, but that's probably going to wait until the final dungeon. Sarah's the only person that's really worth getting it on right now. With that taken care of, our goal now is to get to B12, as we've exhausted pretty much everything that we can do on this floor. And yeah, that way just warps us back. There's going to be a lot of dead-end warps at this point, or warps that take you back. Any warps that I pass up, or... Oh, what the heck, I'll just keep... Any warps that I pass up or doorways that I don't go into, at this point, they're just dead ends. And I did take the effort of checking that off in my previous playthrough, and it was not exactly my idea of a good time. Okay, I think this one takes us forward. Okay, yes, this should take us past the teleporter right in front of the save terminal, which should allow us to get on to the next floor. You know, I just realized I still have the Berserk ring equipped. I was wondering why I got into Berserk mode twice in a row. Let's see, I got that on Sarah. What we want is the High Vital ring on her, of course. Need all that extra vitality, especially for the upcoming boss battle. It'll definitely come in handy. Alright, and I was so caught up in explaining things, I forgot to mention, you may notice my money is absolutely ludicrous at this point, and we've gained a couple levels. I also uploaded a bonus video for this, but I ran into Omoikane a couple times, and I successfully cleared the whole fight in both encounters. So that's put us ahead for the corrupted EGG. I can't imagine what we have at this point will be not exactly up to the task, and I completely forget which teleporter we take to get forward at this point. Yeah, that was not the right way. So, let's try that again. Yeah, unfortunately, I really should have took better notes on which teleporters you need to take to get forward. But, alas, I was not that forward-thinking. I'm pretty sure even at the time I was taking these item notes, I was thinking, should I put the teleporter directions on here? But, unfortunately, I did not think to do that. Okay, if it's not the right one, I think it's the one going west that takes us forward. And yeah, we'll just power through these guys. I don't think I want to take a risk on devouring them. Let's show off how much damage Zeodyne can do. Check that out. Nice. Yeah, pretty powerful at this point in the game. We'll have to trade up our mantras when we get to the next small terminal. Probably could have done that at the previous one, but I just wasn't thinking to do it. Okay, there we go. Down to B12 we go. Got a 1 in 3 shot, and I picked poorly. Let's see here, gotta start paying attention to my notes again. Alright, we want to go to a southeastern room, which should be this one right here. And in this chest, got a goodie waiting for us, as most chests contain for us. Got a medical gear. The room To the south of here doesn't have anything in it, and now that I'm thinking about it, we're so far ahead on money, I actually don't need the rich ring on Cielo right now. I'm going to put the skull ring on him, because at this point we can encounter Loas, who have a pretty high chance of using curse-type moves on you, and being able to reflect those gives us an excellent chance, or an excellent opportunity to counterattack. The main thing... Oh, well, never mind. South room is the way we have to go. I keep proving myself wrong at every juncture. It's okay, it happens. Okay, so, we want to head south from here. We'll set up another core shield to protect our HP. If I can find them, there they are. And keep on going south, so there will be a treasure awaiting us. Oh hey, Hecaton Cherries! He is back, and he has been demoted. So, we'll just take care of him as we would. Oh hey, let's see if we can't devour this guy. He's probably worth pretty good AP. Yeah, I couldn't get him there, but we'll just pass around and let Sarah finish him off. We will be coming up on a recovery terminal soon, so don't worry too much. Oh, that was actually surprisingly disappointing, considering that he is a demoted boss. But yes, we'll be coming up on a recovery terminal soon, so don't worry too much about Gale's MP there. Alright, heading into this room. Got a treasure for us. This one is... couple Deikaja rocks. Can never say no to those, especially since we don't have access to Deikaja without combo skills at this point. Hey, here's the Loas. It's Berserk mode anyway, so probably not going to get too much chance to flex. If you do miss and there are still more than 2 alive, well actually, if there's more than 1 alive and you miss, do not continue the fight. Oh hey, he didn't actually get a crit there. Hey, video evidence that you don't always crit in Berserk mode. I forget if one of my earlier encounters in Berserk mode demonstrated that. But yeah, those guys like to curse you, and then they can use Mudo skills to get guaranteed instant kills. So you definitely want the Skull Ring equipped at this point if you have it. If not, you might want to work somebody towards Resist Death, since that can be a pretty handy way in counteracting them. Another Hecaton Cherries here. Let's just hit him with Tarazi, see where that puts us, and just Zeodyne him. Yeah, as you can see, Zeodyne, pretty powerful at this point. Unfortunately, it's going to be a bit before I can get anybody else up on Tier 3 magic, unfortunately. Okay, so going through here, we actually want to take this teleporter right in front of us. This will lead us to a pretty good treasure, or well, at least an interesting treasure. So head out into this room, and we want to take this hallway. Oh hey, actually, new enemy here, Orthrus. As always, he is a Ice-weak doggy creature who specializes in physical attacks. Does not help him very much in this game. Let's just gobble him up. Yeah, he did not get to do too much there. He's threatening to Sarah, I guess, but nothing I'm super concerned about. Now, that elevator back there, that is the way leading to the field hunt again, and it's actually changed since the last time we're here. However, this hasn't come up yet, but if your lead character is not Surf, unfortunately, you cannot do field hunts. Now, what does that mean for the future? Well, we will see. But for the time being, field hunts are just blocked off from us. Perhaps I should have played dumb as to what that area was, but oh well. Alright, we got 2 more Orthruses here, so let's show off Jupiter's Fury. This is the 2nd level of a random targeting skill. It's not too different from the Tier 1 version, but when used against multiple enemies, it can potentially hit up to 3 times, and like the previous level, it will always hit at least 2 enemies. So, yeah, they're pretty good. I was a pretty big fan of those kinds of skills when I first played this game, but honestly, I looked it out, and the damage, it's not that much better than just a single target skill. If it even hits twice, which is not guaranteed, and in fact, more often than not, it'll just hit once on a single target. So they're not really a worthwhile investment, I find. As far as using them in single boss fights goes, there is one skill that is the exception to this that is actually very good, that I'd highly recommend having on your endgame skill set for at least one character, but we'll be getting to that much, much later. It is very much a late game mantra that you learn it from. But these Tier 2 versions, they're actually pretty good in random encounters, partially because of the, just the chance to hit 3 times, but also because the damage is pretty serviceable against random enemies. Another thing the Loas can do is they can debilitate you. It's super annoying. Alright, we're right at the small terminal here. Ah, there is Hanuman. I slightly misspoke with the attack you need to watch out for from these guys. It's not Sakura Slash, it's Sakura's Rage, but it's still a random hit physical skill that can inflict charm. Hey! Speaking of Sakura, they actually have a chance of dropping Sakuras if you have Item Find on everybody. I mean, they have the chance normally, but Item Find helps a lot. Alright, so this, if you may be recognizing this area, this is in fact the end of the EGG where we fought Abaddon when we were here previously. The way we need to go is a little counterintuitive at this point, but rest assured, we will get to that. Let's see. I'll have Cielo start working on Twilight. I'll need to be mindful of our skill sets going into the next fight. Let's see here. Oh, Overlord. We have access to this. As you can see, it is a 400k mantra, but it teaches Fizz Resist. Absolutely, by the end of the next dungeon, you want to have at least one person with Fizz Resist. It'll be very important going into the final dungeon. And we'll have a way to get it mastered quickly. Let's see, what do I want Gale to do at this point? May as well have him work on Holy Beast just to get ahead of the curve there. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about having him learn better magic. Nobody's going to catch up to Sarah at this point, so it's not really worth it. Alright, didn't make my safety save there, which is probably playing a little more risky than we need to, but let me see here. Yeah, we actually want to take this teleporter first. As you can see, this takes us over here. Or wait, no, I'm thinking ahead, but we're not quite out of the woods yet. We're close, though, we're close. I thought I was misspeaking there. Oh well. Again, I look very dumb sometimes, but it's how it is. Ah, okay, yes, this is the door we're looking for. This will take us to the end. Ah, man, I keep misspeaking. Anyways, we got a couple legions here. Jupiter's Fury will just completely destroy these guys, so come on, let's get Sarah's turn and Jupiter's Fury. Yeah, they didn't even get a chance. They didn't even need more than one hit from that. Pretty fun. Alright, before I forget, I kept meaning to look at this. We got a new ring here, the Ether Ring. Let me just find it. It increases the HP healed when you are targeted by healing magic. An interesting skill, but since it only affects one character, I can't really say it's worth using. Maybe you have a strategy for it that I'm just too ignorant or dumb to think of, though. So by all means, if you can think of something to do with it, go for it. Okay, I don't think we want to go that way. I'm not 100% sure. Core shield is out, but we don't actually need it anymore. Okay, this is the right way. Now, like I said, counterintuitively, to get to the end of this dungeon, we don't want to go into the Abaddon room, but there is a treasure past this point. Hello, crazy guy. Looks like it did not go according to plan as far as comforting that voice goes. Alright, so let's head on down this elevator because there is a treasure awaiting us at B30. However, this is not actually the way forward. Still, may as well grab this treasure now. Now, there is actually one more treasure in this area for us, but it is not accessible at this point. It will be accessible after we clear the dungeon. Okay, let's just skip through that. Okay. We will want to make a safety save coming up, because the fight that we're about to get into is actually another one of the more difficult ones in the game. Seems like the EGG just likes throwing these difficult fights at you. And I am actually going to mess around just to show off some extra dialogue you can get in this fight, so there is a real chance that I'll mess up and die. I'm hoping that I don't, but you know how I am with this game. Play a little bit more risky than I probably should. Okay. Now, heading through here. We got our last teleporter for this area, and it will take us forward. Off screen, I just took a real quick opportunity to modify my skill sets for this upcoming fight. It's very important that we have the correct skills going into this, and as a matter of fact, I just remembered, Cielo has learned Medea Rama, so we want to swap out Medea for that. Where is it? It's right here? Yes. That'll come in very handy. Also definitely want Sukukaja on him. Alright, let's get into here. Sad, bitter crying. We've been hearing this roar the whole dungeon. What the heck is it?
It's about time.
Heat.
I told you I was strong, Sarah. Now, I just have to devour you.
I'm sorry, Heat. I know that I've made you suffer. Devour me if that's what you really want. But please, allow me to talk to God first.
Talk to me.
You don't understand.
Stand back, Sarah.
Be careful. We wanna talk with you, bro. Just the way you like it.
Let's go.
Well, he's alive, and it looks like he's put on some weight since the last time we saw him. But yes, Heat is alive, and he has been revived as Vritra. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but yes, he is here to battle us. Kind of got my order all out of sorts here. Let me see here, though. We want to start, actually, by throwing up an Angelic Grace. We don't have access to Rakukaja at this point in the game, so that's the best option we have. Alright, let's get our accuracy and our agility up. He's going to lower our physical attack, but that does not matter, because we are not going to be using physical attacks in this fight. Luckily, the dodge came through there. Alright, well, he's a plant now. I wonder if we tried out some fire on him. Maybe that would do something. Let's hit ourselves with another Angelic Grace. And yo, Heat, let's try some gardening here. Maybe that wasn't such a great idea. And yes, he has his own fire skills to use on us. Yeah, you keep debuffing our physical attack there. It's not going to do too much. Alright, well, how about some ice? Okay, maybe that wasn't such a great idea. But yes, he is immune to fire, as you'd probably guess, and he is also immune to ice, which you might not guess. We're getting pretty unlucky on our dodges here. Now, what is he actually weak to? Is he not weak to anything? No, as a matter of fact, he is weak to... Ooh, that mute is unfortunate. But he is weak to Elec, which is why it's so important to have Zeodyne and Jupiter's Fury running by this fight. Alright, we want to dismute Cielo here. But I've got Elec Boost and Elec Amp on Sarah, so check out the damage this is going to do. Now, as you can see, his tentacles will block attacks that are going towards him, so you do need to take those out before you can damage him directly. The tentacles themselves are not weak to Zeodyne, but Heat is. So once we get those tentacles out of the way, we're golden. Now, you may have noticed I've got Mazionga on Gale here. You can use physical attacks on him, but there's not really much point to. Alright, we'll throw out another Jupiter's Fury. That tentacle is down. Now, let's hit this guy with Zionga. I'm actually going to use a medical kit here real quick, just to top ourselves off. Once the tentacles are gone, this is when the fight gets interesting. Now he uses Inferno Roar. This attack cannot be dodged. And as you can see, pretty nasty damage there, but it doesn't actually, okay, we got lucky there. It does not actually do fire-type damage, so it does not trip Sarah's weakness, which is kind of odd, honestly, but makes this fight easier than it would be otherwise. Alright. Yeah, we can hit him with another Zionga. We can have Cielo heal at the end of the turn. And Ziodyne. There we go, doing great damage here. What could really help for this fight is that if you have Makakaja and you boost your magic up, you can tear through his health really quickly with Ziodyne. I, unfortunately, was not able to get that in time since I didn't really do too much concentrated hunting for Cielo. And yes, no matter what you do, Inferno Roar cannot be dodged. There are a number of attacks in this game from some pretty tough bosses that, just as a rule, cannot be dodged. Okay, that's actually really annoying to have to deal with, that they're both panicked, so I may just have to... Alright, let's do this. Throw out Ziodyne. Okay, he is close to dead. Let's see if I get lucky here. No. Alright, let's throw out... Very uncertain what to do. I will throw out Nazionga. It's not worth the risk to try and do an attack on him, so we'll heal up first. Yeah, alright, what's he got for us? Another Inferno Roar. Like I said, as I've said 3 times already, Inferno Roar cannot be dodged. A lot of the late game bosses have attacks with perfect accuracy like this that are meant to get around the press turn system. It's not quite as bad with Vritra, just because he's not terribly strong, and Ziodyne should finish him off. Or not as strong as he could be. Later bosses, it's a bit more of a concern, because they hit hard. Hey, that actually got through. Nice. And also, that Makanda lowered our damage a lot more than I was expecting it to. But yes, we defeated him. Overall, not a terrible fight. If you are not prepared for that fight, it can be pretty brutal. But we had a good setup going into it.
The fluid that sustained Sarah has saved you as well. You should be able to wake up. It would be very easy to return to God right now. But you have an obligation to those whose lives you touched. I am Schrödinger. I'll use that name, as this world requires data to represent existence. All things in this world are composed of data. Human beings, you, myself, even the world itself. Data originates from God, and to God it returns. This is the cycle of the universe. Beyond this knowledge lies enlightenment. Understanding what is truly important. That is the sole reason this world exists, and you within it, you may not be able to understand yet. For now, let me show you the data you wish to see. I can do that in here.
How long are you going to keep this up? For crying out loud, Surf! She can't even live without that fluid!
That's why you'll never surpass me. Since when did people start expecting science to be humane? To study the body, you cut it open. To study the mind, you isolate it by crushing the heart. Historically, that's how science has advanced.
I talked with the sun for 2 whole minutes today.
You did great, Sarah.
You'll really let me go on a boat if I can talk for 10 minutes?
I promised, remember?
That guy's scary. Serve.
A fully cohesive virtual world? Number 19 created it outside of our knowledge. Not only that, but also AI programs with fully functional virtual egos.
It's a worthless, sentimental playhouse she created for self-consolation. It's sickening.
This is incredible. I'll drop the proposal immediately.
You can't! Her mental and emotional stress is off the charts. She's aging at an accelerated rate. We can't risk pushing her even farther.
Is this true?
Don't be concerned, Colonel Beck.
There's an error in Samsara's data circulation system. Code 8081454.
Aborting stages 2 through 5.
These EEG readings are all wrong. Her condition's critical.
She should last a bit longer. Inject the stimulant. Can you hear me, Sarah? Hang in there. We're almost done.
That's enough!
Don't be a hypocrite. You wanted to learn about God, didn't you? That's why you joined. If Sarah dies, we move on to the next child. If that child dies, we use another. That's how it works. Honestly, we shouldn't be wasting time on trivial arguments. I think we're both better than that.
You're really something, you know that? You can't just manipulate people to do whatever the hell you want!
Oh, can't I now? Simple, huh? The human heart is a machine. We can predict the outcome of any action. Considering my goal is God's power, people are just tools. Her sadness angered God. Contaminated by the rush of data, the man became a demon. He devoured those around him and was eventually killed.
She spent 5 years here, sealing her heart shut. Her paradise became hell. She dreamt for a long time about you. Your original traits may reflect her perception of us. However, you are different now.
There you are! What did you do to me?
Sarah. Where is Sarah?
You and I are dead. Accept it. We must join the circulation of data and await the end.
You're lying! I can't be dead! You fool! I have the power of God!
Sarah, where?
Now, defeat these phantoms and break free from the past. And release my other self as well.
And we do not even get a chance to rest before we're thrust into another fight. And we had some serious reveals there. Turns out the real Surf? Kind of a jerk. And we are thrust into a battle against real Varna and fake Varna. Alongside us is the real Heat, that is Dr. Heat O'Brien. Surf is in this fight exactly as we left him, so a lot of his stuff is outdated. Neither fake Varna nor real Varna are weak to anything. The way we're going to get through this fight is that real Heat comes equipped with some pretty decent skills on him. He has Samirakarm and Medea Rama, so it's very unlikely you'll ever get into a situation where you lose this fight, because these two are not particularly strong. What we're going to have him do is Power Charge, and we're actually going to wait until next turn to have him do that. We want to see the result of this turn. Luckily, Surf, he's got Cat Magic, he's still got his Elemental boost, so he can deal pretty good damage here. Alright, we're going to do a Medea Rama. And then we're going to have Heat launch the Power Charge Ki Blast at these guys. Should deal some pretty excellent damage. There we go. And we got the critical there. We want to focus on taking down real Varna first. It doesn't really matter which one of these guys you take down, but obviously we have a much better chance of winning this fight if we go 2-on-1. Fortunately, these guys do not hit too terribly hard. They didn't really want you to get caught in a point where you couldn't win here. We'll throw up another Power Charge here. Obviously, there's not a guaranteed chance that Ki Blast will crit, but it's nice when it does. And we'll do a Medea Rama here. Let's just see how this next turn goes. As you can see, real Varna, that is Dr. Surf Sheffield, he's pretty heavily in denial. Safe to say that his machinations did not exactly go as he had hoped. Alright, let's do another Power Charge Ki Blast here. Hopefully we get another crit. That'd be very nice if we did. No, but real Varna's pretty close to dead at this point. Alright, yeah, he's not going to get much done just launching a regular attack at Heat. It is possible to lose this fight, but as you can see, these guys don't exactly deal stellar damage, so we can make it through just fine for the most part as long as we don't get overconfident. Speaking of that, tempted to just have Heat keep up the offense here, but we'll heal to be safe. Alright, and at this point, I'll just start yucking Aguilaus at fake Varna. Heat can Power Charge and then Skull Cleave him. That should take this guy down. But yeah, lots of reveals there, and we've got the reason why the Kivioi Syndrome, the Black Sun, the Demon Outbreak got so bad. It's because Sarah learned of Sir Sheffield's machinations, his manipulations, and it just broke her heart. And that sadness reached God. In turn, God decided the world was no good anymore. Yeah, as you can see, fake Varna, or real Varna if you left him alive, they do not get any stronger when their companion dies, so they are pretty easy. As you can see, to account for the fact that Surf has been MIA for a very long chunk of the game, we get a buttload of karma here. And those 21 status points, those are all going into strength. And this is why I was hanging on my power data, is we're immediately going to funnel those into Surf and fast track him towards the strength cap. Nice. Lucky.
I'm not finished yet.
What the?
Sir?
Surf!
It is you!
Who else could it be? Surf wouldn't die. That'd be too easy. Well, now do you see where I stand? Then let's finish this. Where it all began.
Please stop, you two! This is all my fault! There's no reason to...
They'll work this out. On their own.
There are those who find identity in battle. For them, fighting may lead to salvation. Let him go.
So yes, the life-sustaining fluids of the EGG allowed Surf to survive his fatal wounds, so the boy is back, and he is completely useless at this point because his mantras are well behind Sarah's, so he's just going to be on benchwarming duty. However, there's a couple things you want to do. First off, like I am, you'll probably want to fast-track Surf's strength or his magic to the cap. You actually do want to hyper-focus on one stat for him at this point for a very particular reason. And this is also important, make sure he's working on things that Sarah is not working on. Just one more thing, that dialogue choice that we had in the cutscene there, if you want to get a special bonus later and you pick the right option previously, you want to pick the top option. Anyways, we want to take this elevator up to B27, not a floor we've been to yet. And you can't get into any encounters at this point, so do not worry. It would be rather annoying if you could, because we haven't had a chance to save and Surf is alone. But beyond this door is another cutscene.
You're too damn slow. I almost fell asleep. Sorry. We'll have to settle this later. You killed me.
understand.
Now, this one actually does not matter for anything, but I feel like, nah, let's just, oblige Heat.
You're the one who has to protect Sarah now. Don't let go of her. I did it. I made my choice, and I lost. I don't regret.
Some stuff happened, and the machine broke. I'm sorry, Fred.
So then...
There's still hope. I remember they were conducting some experiments in a facility far away from here. If it's still functional.
We still couldn't reach it. There isn't time.
I think we can still make it if we take an airplane. I will go to the sun myself and ask God to return Earth to normal.
You can do that?
I haven't tried before, but I'll send my data.
How will you return?
I won't return. And that's why I'm going alone. It's my responsibility.
Sarah, I am hurt.
Why?
Because you aren't asking me to help with negotiations.
Oh, this is cute! Looks like you're pretty insecure beneath all that seriousness. You can't be reasoning with God, bro. Maybe I could show him some jamming Latin rhythm, yeah? Oh yeah, baby. Dig it?
I'm sure you would only anger him.
Really? Then why don't we see which one of us can convince God first?
Agreed.
Well then, Sarah, looks like you'll need to make reservations for 3 more.
Thank you, everyone.
You know, after all the dour events that have happened, I suppose a little bit of levity is nice. And like I said, Surf has joined, but there's just no way we can reasonably expect to use him at this point, so he's going on benchwarming duty, Cielo's coming back in, and that's the party we're going to be using for a while. Surf will have his day to contribute soon enough. Now, Surf is alive, Heat is dead. I know what you're thinking. Does this mean the game was also faking us out about Roland and Argilla? No. They are quite dead. No way they're getting out of an exploding power plant. Yeah, they're just gone. Now, there is actually a quite bit of side content that we can get to at this point, or, well, a major side quest. Not something we've been able to do in a while, a major side quest. But I'm going to save the video here now, because Obviously, it's been running a little long. Additionally, now that Surf is back, we can field hunt once again, and we are going to want to do a couple runs on the field hunt in the EGG. But yes, my plan for the field hunt in the EGG is I want to master Dark Lord with Sarah so she gets Mind Charge, and I'll have her have AP Divide. Huh, that's weird. Wonder if that means anything. But yes, I'll have AP Divide set on Sarah, and I also want to get the next ailment mantra mastered with Cielo, so that he can utilize Null Panic. That'll be very important for a fight coming up. But we've got our plan otherwise. We need to get to the airport and secure a plane so that we can make it to the secondary facility Sarah was talking about, and hopefully commune with God there. Will we be able to make it in time? Well, it wouldn't be much of a game if we were completely hosed at this point. Now, where would it be? But that will have to wait until the next video. So we'll save with a party of 4 once more, and when we come back, well, actually, we're not going to try to save the world. We're going to do a side quest. So, well, we'll see. But I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, goodbye.